Olá, boa noite. O Exou Biribó, hoje com um novo game no canal. The Dark Eye, Chains of Satinav. O Olho Escuro, Correntes de Satinav. Da Dedelic, lançado em junho de 2012. Para a apresentação, resumo o artigo de Brett Todd no site GameSpot em 19 de julho de 2012. Chains of Satinav é um bom jogo apesar dele próprio. A história é tradicional, o diálogo, às vezes traduzido de forma estranha, e a jogabilidade tão esperada quanto a de algum sucesso da Sierra em 1990. Mas é difícil negar seu fascínio para todas as idades. As personagens são simpáticas e com voz adequada. A história distorce o ângulo tradicional em uma canção deliciosa entre o videogame e os irmãos Green. Os quebra-cabeças são desafiadores sem cair nos abismos lógicos que tornam muitas aventuras impossíveis de resolver sem dicas online. A aventura não é longa, mas você vai gostar de passar umas noites com ela. O cenário é o universo do RPG The Dark Eye, com o qual você estaria familiarizado se morasse na Alemanha, onde este jogo de caneta e papel vende muito mais do que Dungeons & Dragons. Você vive um apanhador de pássaros, Garon, possivelmente amaldiçoado, que é o saco de pancadas para todos, desde bandidos de rua até a nobreza de sua cidade natal. À medida que o jogo segue, coisas sinistras acontecem. Os corvos estão por toda parte e as pessoas aparecem mortas com os olhos arrancados. Poderia o malvado Blind Seer ter retornado do além-túmulo numa missão de vingança? Vamos esperar que sim. Caso contrário, tudo seria ainda pior. Todos os tipos de mitologia são misturados nessa saga estereotipada de um perdedor que salva o mundo. A melhor amiga e possível paixão de Garon é uma fada chamada Nuri, com poderes mágicos tão espetaculares como, por exemplo, um de quebrar vasos e outro de, vejam só, consertar vasos. Os temas de fantasia são contidos, o que combina com o teor discreto das caracterizações e da dublagem. O mundo precisa ser salvo, mas às vezes é melhor fazê-lo sem muito barulho. A jogabilidade é a das aventuras de apontar e clicar. Garon vagueia até um local, enfrenta obstáculos que vão desde fadas tristes ou raivosas até orcs obstrutivos. Acha uma ferramenta milagrosa num lixo aleatório e fim. Os quebra-cabeças vêm organicamente e por necessidade, sem que você tenha de experimentar tudo até algo clicar. Você faz suposições de fato lógicas sobre o que precisa para resolver enigmas. Por exemplo, como Nuri não pode deixar sua casa sem água mágica de fada para sobreviver, é lógico despejar algum elixir numa concha de caracol e depois a transformar num colar com umas úteis alças de couro. As circunstâncias são oportunas, é claro, mas a natureza milagrosa dos itens aleatórios espalhados é um pouco disfarçada com as bugigangas bem integradas em cenários realistas e eventos plausíveis. E os itens necessários para passar pelas cenas quase sempre são encontrados nas proximidades. Não é preciso coletar lixo em todo lugar na esperança de horas depois encontrar uso para aquele bacalhau podre ou uma chave de macaco. A atmosfera é impressionante e as cenas bem desenhadas. A arte lembra uma história em quadrinhos em algum lugar entre uma revista de super-heróis e algo mais realista. Cada local é memorável e você vai se impressionar com lugares como um moinho de luz lunar, uma clareira na floresta que abriga uma caravana cigana e campos rurais direto do livro de fábulas de uma criança. Mas, mesmo que os locais sejam muito detalhados, os objetos importantes se destacam, sem impor nenhuma irritante caça aos pixels. E sim, existem problemas técnicos como engates no cursor do mouse e na animação de personagens. Os videoclipes que ilustram sequências de ação também são desfocados. A qualidade do som é inconsistente. Embora a história seja fácil de rastrear e o diálogo bem escrito e bem interpretado, há problemas frequentes que lembram que o jogo foi vertido do alemão. Às vezes, você percebe frases estranhas ou erro na escolha de palavras. Em outras, as conversas ficam até difíceis de seguir. Pouco disso quebra a suspensão da descrença, mas as gafes de tradução são chocantes. Chains of Satinav não é nenhum avanço nas artes de jogos de aventura, mas uma jogada digna para os fãs do gênero. Personagens fofos, história convidativa e quebra-cabeças sensatos fazem com que as horas que você passa nele sejam um tempo muito bem gasto. O bom: história agradável, personagem principal, quebra-cabeças desafiadores e que surgem naturalmente, roteiro sólido, dublagem, arte impressionante. O mal: gráficos que engasgam, gafes de tradução. A nota atribuída foi 7,5 no conceito bom. Agora retomo para dizer que jogo no PlayStation 5 com vozes em inglês e textos e legendas em espanhol. Avisem, por favor, eventuais problemas no som ou na imagem, tanto do game quanto de minha câmera ou microfone.
Who has the power to outwit their own fate? As long as the gods steer the ship of time, there's one thing that's certain. The chains of Satinav will not break. The days were happy for dreamy Andergast. Peace with arch-enemy Nostria seemed to be within immediate reach. Nostria's queen was about to pay a visit. In order to prepare for the joyful occasion, the king had called the young lads of Andergast to take up a cheerful challenge.
The oak leaf! He doesn't let go of the vicious dog!
Dogs are much smarter than that, Ulfried. They roll on their backs when they know they've lost. How about it, Geron? Are you giving up? Give him some air for a bit so he can make himself heard.
Gert. Olhar?
You can stare at me with those sorcerer's eyes of yours as long as you want. I'm not leaving until I've got that oak leaf.
Fala.
I will...
What's that? I'm having trouble understanding you.
I will prevail.
No, Birdcatcher, you will lose. I'll explain the algebra to you. You'll have to find 4 copper oak leaves to win the contest. I, on the other hand, need 4 oak leaves made of brass. At the moment, you're just 1 oak leaf ahead of me, and given that Ulfried here will soon rid you of this oak leaf, you're at least 1 leaf short of victory. Or do you still think you can free yourself?
Martel.
The hammer won't help you one bit.
My hammer!
Never mind him.
Why don't you just give up, Birdcatcher?
Atacá-lo com martelo?
Will you stop?
Just imagine if the bad luck charmer wins and gets received by the king. Help me out here, Ulfried. What did the blind seer say back then, before he was burnt at the stake?
That Geron is evil.
I believe he said that Geron will bring us great misfortune. You have to consider the exact wording with prophecies, Ulfried.
What if Geron curses us? They say he's got a dark gift.
Nonsense.
Jarra de argila.
Perhaps I'll consider giving you a sip later on, as a consolation for your defeat.
Pegar, quebrar já.
Far be it from me to stifle your hopes, Geron, but my jug is much too far away for you.
Então não é isso. Então, pegar também tá longe, né?
You want the jug? This wine is only meant for the victor of the challenge, which would be me.
L2.
What the? Stop it! Do you want to bludgeon him to death? Just take the oak leaf and let's go.
Yes, they were indeed happy days for Dreamy Andergast. Only a few foresaw that soon nothing would be the same as it had been before.
What have you done to the cage? Leave it there. I'll fix it later.
Gwynling, I didn't break it.
Yes.
It was Olgierd and his farmhands. They ambushed me and took my oak leaf. You know, the one for the oak leaf challenge. You hear? They destroyed the cage, not me.
It can't be.
But you know what? I'll win the contest anyway. I'll take back my oak leaf and I'll win. And then no one will taunt me anymore. What are you doing there anyway?
Geron, this nonsense isn't going to lead anywhere.
I don't want to spend my whole life...
Being just a hunter and a trapper like me? Without a cage, you're not even that, you know.
Reparar a jaula, corvos, desafio. Reparar a jaula.
Can you fix the cage?
Yes, I'll have to. We're going to need it still.
Do we have a new job?
Job, he says. Before any of those hicks even begin to notice what's about to hit them, it'll be far too late.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the crows, Geron. The crows.
Corvos.
What's up with that dead crow?
I want to know what brought them here.
That's easy. Winter is near. It's looking for warmth.
It's chock full of black bile.
Ele é o Murilo Benício. Desafio.
Once I've won the oak leaf challenge,
You're only earning scoffs and sneers for yourself.
the victor will be honored by the king.
Everyone remains in the place meant for them. When will you finally accept that?
You seem tired. Why don't you go to bed?
Those dreams, they eat away at me and consume me. And those crows, those horrible creatures, they already feasted on the dead knight Ulderic's flesh. Something's afoot.
Presságios obscuros?
What dreams are those?
Eyes keep staring at me. Blind eyes, like in the days when the seer was still alive.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. They're only dreams.
See? That's what I mean.
Corvos.
The crows prevent you from sleeping.
They're watching us. Don't look into their eyes. They look right into your soul, Geron.
I'm not afraid of a bunch of crows.
Until you hear the wings of Golgaris swoosh by.
Who says that Boron's soul bird can't be put in a cage as well?
Cavaleiro Aldrich.
How did Knight Alderic die?
He was murdered.
The old man? Why would anyone do that?
Who knows? But he was one of those who finished off the seer back in the day.
Gwynling the seer has been dead for a long time now.
Yes.
Oráculo.
Will you please stop brooding over that seer already? He was burnt at the stake, right?
13 years ago.
Because he foresaw King Gwendolen's death.
That's not the reason why. He abducted children. Nobody knows why. Be that as it may, he had sinister plans for Andergast. He ordered legions of crows to conquer the town, or to destroy it. At least that's what they say.
And that's why you're rummaging through the innards of this bird?
His crows brought dark dreams with them.
Enough of those horror stories.
Ajuda para o desafio.
Will you help me with the oak leaf challenge?
Leave me alone with your tomfoolery. I've got more important things to do.
Those crows will still be here tomorrow. The challenge only lasts today.
Então, sair, né?
I have to run. My rivals aren't sleeping. He looks completely tired out. He's been haunted by those nightmares for days. I'm beginning to fear he's losing his mind.
Tá, aqui tem as coisas do inventário. Para olhá-las eu aperto de cima aqui.
Gwynling's latest design. It won't break the bird's wings now.
É uma armadilha para pássaros. Aqui são moedas.
Not even enough for a pig's foot. The best trap for catching animals alive. That's good bait for nasty poultry. Gwynling has always been concerned about this magic ability of mine, but sometimes I just can't help it.
Ah, ali ele quebrou aquele vaso na briga com poder mágico. Bastão de passeio?
I don't think so. Gwynling's arthritis is getting worse and worse. Even with his walking cane, he doesn't leave his room much. I'll borrow your walking cane for a bit.
Não sei por que também, né? Só pelo prazer de pegar a bengala dele. Pintura.
What's written here? The print is so small.
What are you doing there? Don't you have a task to attend to?
Gwynling rummaged through the whole room yesterday to find this drawing, and as always he said nothing about what it means.
Jaula quebrada.
It's already broken. Olgierd will have to suffer for this.
Aren't you two friends?
We haven't been for the last 10 years.
Can't you wait until I've fixed it?
Aqui desce. Não tem mais nada para fazer aqui em cima, então? Tem ampola de cristal.
What's brewing this time?
A remedy for those damn crows. But without fairy magic, it won't be of any use.
How do you know?
How does the wolf know how to hunt?
I swear I'll never break one of Gwynling's instruments again. I can still feel the spanking to this day.
I told you to keep your hands off that. You'll probably just break it.
O senhor não confia em mim, é? O senhor me conhece tão bem.
I need to get my third oak leaf back from Olgierd, and I'll have to go to the castle gate and ask the chamberlain for the last riddle of the challenge.
Baú de roupas.
Too big for my possessions if you come to think of it. I've collected enough junk in there.
Flauta.
I haven't played in many years. No time for such things.
Folha de cobre.
I've got 2 oak leaves. Olgierd has the third, and the fourth one is still hidden. Let's go then.
Tocar para folha de cobre? Que bobagem. Ah, porque a flauta é que está aqui em evidência. Peguei as folhas de cobre. Pais de Garon.
Their picture is fading more and more. I hardly have any memories of them anymore. Today I'm taking my fortune in my own hands. I'm going to succeed. You'll see. It's just that a few things aren't going the way they should at the moment, that's all.
Catapulta.
I'm going to operate a real catapult sometime. Peace with Nostria can only last for so long. That's no help at all.
Ah, agora tá com as folhas de cobre ali. Então, triângulo é para usar alguma coisa do inventário que a gente seleciona aqui embaixo. Por exemplo, se eu fosse usar o martelo na catapulta,
Already
eu
broken.
faria assim, mas ele diz que já está quebrado.
It can't launch anymore. The string has rotted away.
Então tem que trocar a corda ali da catapulta. Para usar não se sabe aonde também. Armário.
Far too many things unfinished. Why is it hanging loose again?
Para que esse armário se não tem nada para pegar nem para explorar? Em algum momento ele vai se esconder aí. Vamos ver se ele pode entrar e fechar a porta. Não, ele fecha ficando do lado de fora. Então nem para se esconder vai servir. Não serviria para o escovinho se esconder da beijoqueira.
Damn it has to be somewhere.
But the guard says he doesn't have it.
Shut up. Geron's over there. He might eavesdrop.
Estaca.
What if a cartwheel rams it? Well, I guess as long as the barrels only come crashing into our house, no one will take offence. I'm getting too old for these kinds of pranks.
Gracinha muito sem graça, né, Somos?
Without Olgierd around, the farmhand is a rather friendly character. Well, not towards me, obviously.
Piss off!
Just you wait, Dyer's son. In order to outplay me, you'll need more than a ridiculous haircut.
Don't you think you've eaten enough mud for one day, Birdcatcher? Or would you like Ulfried to provide you with seconds?
No, thank you.
What can I do for you, my friend?
Recuperar a folha de cobre.
Give back my oak leaf,
Or what?
or I'll curse the meatloaf so that he'll lose all of his teeth.
What did I tell you, Olgierd?
Shut up, Ulfried. Get out of here, you little witch brat. We don't want to see you here in Andergast anymore. You and your curse will spell doom for us all.
You and your superstition.
It has been foretold.
Olgierd e os Nostrianos.
Aren't you one of the Nostrians' fiercest enemies? So why do you participate in a challenge to honour their queen?
I'm not doing it for that Nostrian broad. I'm only doing this for me. There will never be peace with that vermin. An alliance between Andergast and Nostria? That would be as natural as... a flying frog?
Witty. My oak leaf doesn't even help you. You have to collect brass, Olgierd. Mine is copper.
Yes, and at least you will not be the winner, because that would be the end of beautiful Andergast. We'd be up to our necks in pig snot.
Nonsense. That would be the end of your superstitious blather.
Woohoo! So the witch's brat wants to prove himself. You are nothing but a bird catcher. Beat it. Well, the guard says he doesn't have it.
What was the text of the riddle again, Olgierd?
Damn, can't you remember anything? In front of the castle stands a guard with his trousers and shirt, and in one of those two there's a leaf. I give you my word.
There's a leaf.
Yes, but he swore by Prios that he doesn't have it. Let me think.
Ele subiu ali só para saber a informação?
It's an easy life if you don't mind living in the muck. No way. Those things bite. I'd Better not get too close. I'll go for a walk later. Now I have to concentrate on my task. Jindrik just can't be helped, but that's the only thing we have in common. G'day, blacksmith.
Sod off, bird catcher. I've got a lot on my schedule. Besides, even my best blades catch rust when you're around.
Muito trabalho?
So what's on your schedule?
Don't play dumb, kid. I'm the blacksmith. There'll be jousts in town soon. Who do you think will tend to the dented suits of armor, polish the lances and sharpen the swords, huh?
Someone who's good at those kind of things?
Oh, shut your trap.
Quem ganhará as justas?
What do you think? Who's got the best chance at winning the joust?
I don't care either way. What I do care about is that the knights pay me handsomely for my services. This year the all-time champion can't compete anyway, so the tournament doesn't make any sense at all, really.
And who would that be, pray tell?
Why, the knight Bogumil Wraithling, of course.
Never heard of him.
Well, that's too bad.
Prêmio do desafio das folhas de corte.
I wonder what the prize for the winner of the Oakleaf Challenge will be.
How should I know? I guess you'll be knighted.
You really think?
Well, in case you win, I sure hope not.
We'll see about that. Keep on forging.
Oh, shut up.
At least it will have one more good night's sleep. It doesn't know what the future has in store after all.
Falar com o porco?
Tomorrow it's off to the slaughter.
Don't think for a second that I'll give you some of my beer. Hey, hands off!
Pelo jeito essa cerveja... Caixa.
Hilda is as unwary as ever. The box doesn't even have a lock.
Hilda.
Hilda will always be Hilda. She'll still be standing here in 100 years.
Hello, Goran. Have you caught a lark for me yet?
No, not yet.
Come on, Goran. I have a feeling you're not trying hard enough for me.
Nonsense. It's just not the right season for larks.
You think I believe that?
What do you want with a lark anyway?
It should sing for me. What else?
Of course.
Jarro com cupom.
What's in the big pot?
Acorns.
For the pigs?
No, those are lots for the town fair, in honour of the Queen of Nostria. One jar is a kreutzer.
And what are the prizes?
I still have this straw puppet, this flask of plum spirit, and this wheel of cheese. The winner can choose the prize for themselves.
Comprar cupom.
I want to test my fortune.
Well, Goran, are you sure? With your luck, I'll bet you'll lose.
Don't you start as well. Here's your kreutzer. Damn.
Will you be so kind as to put the acorn in this box? And please don't look so disappointed. Bad luck at gambling means good luck in love, all right?
Comprar outro cupom? Questionar as probabilidades.
Has anyone ever won at all?
Of course. What do you think I am? A cheat? Look, I put all the acorns that have already been drawn into this box. I've painted little patterns on the winning acorns. And as you can see, there is already one winning lot in the box. That means that there has in fact been a winner already.
All right, all right. Quite busy, isn't it?
Yes, isn't that great? And this is just the beginning. All those strangers, the beautiful music, finally some life in Andergast. But have you heard of Magistra Dorata?
The old hag who looks like her wand?
Don't mock her, she's dead.
Dead?
Her eyes torn right from their sockets, the same as Knight Alderic.
That's weird.
Yes. Isn't the minstrel's music to die for?
Música da feira.
Do you like the music?
Yes, I've been listening the whole time. Oh, how I'd love to go closer to the musician and watch him play. But unfortunately, I have to stay here and watch the lots. I wish he would play the song about the Bruin's bride. I don't think I could hold myself back any longer in that case.
Canção de Hilda.
What's so special about this Bruin's song?
Well, Garon, it's just so beautiful. Everything else seems so insignificant when I listen to it. You would have to listen to it for yourself if you want to understand what I mean.
Prêmio para o ganhador do desafio.
What do you think the winner of the challenge will receive for a prize?
I guess the victor will receive a commendation from the king and will be able to parade around a medal.
That's it?
What do you mean? Have you entered the contest?
Why not?
My, you keep hanging in there, don't you, Garon?
See you later, Hilda.
See you, and don't forget the lark.
Queijo inteiro.
Where did you get that giant cheese?
I got it as a present.
And now you're selling it off?
Shh.
Boneco de pá.
Did you make the puppet yourself?
Do you like it?
Well, it's so-so.
Licor de cereja.
Old Cephal's plum spirit. I wonder if he still fattens his pigs on it.
Could be. They get the hiccups every day. You shouldn't be stealing, Garon. Bonjour is a kreutzer.
Tá. Então vou ter que comprar um cupom para ganhar uma dessas 3 coisas. Que eu ainda não sei qual que eu vou precisar. E pelo jeito eu vou ter que roubar, trapacear para poder ganhar. O músico?
Well, I don't know much about music. Greetings, minstrel. What might be thy name?
My name is Fredhelm. What do you want?
Fredhelm? As in Broderick Fredhelm?
No, I'm afraid not. Just Fredhelm. But you don't have to be so damn formal. All right then, what is it? Is there anything you wanted to complain about?
Pedir a canção da Hilda. Qual é a canção atual? Como você se converteu em músico?
Where did you learn to play the fiddle?
Taught myself. When I was a little boy, I used to watch very closely what musicians did with their fingers.
And that is all?
No. I drew the strings and frets onto a board with coal and practiced all the chords every day. I simply imagined the music. At some point, I finally got hold of a real fiddle. Literally speaking. And since then, I've travelled the lands as a fiddler.
Qual é a canção atual?
What's the name of the song you just played?
The ditty from Torsta Om. Is there something wrong with it?
By no means. I was just curious.
Pedir a canção da Hilda.
Can you play something different?
You don't like my music, huh?
Oh, but I do. It's just that I'd like to hear a certain song. The song about the Bruin's bride.
I haven't played that in a long time. Can't I play a different tune?
Incentivar, reclamar ou provocar? Provocar, não sabe, né?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that your whole repertoire consists of only 2 songs. Maybe you're not such a good musician after all.
What are you talking about? Are you trying to insult me? I'll show you I can play the Bruin's bride tune.
And make it nice and loud, please, so that everybody in the marketplace can hear you.
Will do. A special request for this birdcatcher here.
What? Be careful, minstrel, when the bird catcher has requests. There's bound to be some damage.
You can't know this, but he's going to spell doom for all of us.
Don't listen to them, just play.
Mas ela não saiu.
The lots that have already been drawn. Ah, this acorn here has a pattern. Fredhelm?
Yes?
You can play something else now if you want to.
You're pulling my leg, aren't you?
I just thought maybe something happy and cheerful would be nice for a change. A drinking song, maybe.
Well, all right then. But at some point I'll be done with your requests.
Okay, maybe.
Simon, what a wonderful song. Why don't you play your flute anymore? I'd let you practice in front of my window every night.
Oh, please, no. I'd rather cut off both my ears than listen to that whining.
I'll think about it.
Comprar outro cupom.
I want to have another go. I'm sure I'll be lucky this time.
No, you're only wasting your money. And you could let the others have their turn too.
There are no others around at the moment, so please take the Kreutzer.
All right, if that's what you want.
Exactly. Now for a quick exchange with the winning lot. There! I won!
Bah! Witchcraft!
Congratulations, Guérin. What prize do you want?
Boneco sempre é fundamental no jogo.
I'd like the straw puppet.
Here you go. If you'd rather have something else, you can come and exchange it later.
Ah, depois pode trocar.
The times are so bad that people have to make do with pieces of clothing for town fair decoration. Too far away.
Como é que eu vou pegar essa roupa lá com a bengala?
I can't think of anything here. That's one of the town bailiff's shirts.
What are you doing there?
The beautiful decoration.
I'm authorized to do that.
Cuecão.
Huh? No. I've got my own garments.
Guarda da academia.
Are you trying to make me uncomfortable with your stare yet again? You will not succeed a second time. By now, you should have learned that you have no business here, bird catcher.
Academia de Magia.
That's the place where I could have learned to hurl balls of fire at Nostrians. Well, at least I can smash clay jars. I'm not going to break in there again. I wasn't very fortunate last time.
Templo de Rondra.
Rumour has it that the adepts of the goddess of war don't think highly of the king's efforts towards peace. I'm still banned from the temple, humorless priests.
Aqui guarda na porta. Manivela.
The crank for hoisting the pennant.
Don't mess with that thing, bird catcher.
You can still tell that old Newcastle was once an army commander.
You again?
Reclamar. Quarta folha de cobre.
What's the riddle for the last oak leaf?
It's as if the riddle for the fourth oak leaf was made especially for you. The sows at the north gate are peculiar beasts. On acorns they feast, yet show disdain for the leaves.
Sows at the north gate, acorns, no leaves. Sounds easy, but why should this riddle be made for me?
You'd better hurry, before one of your rivals takes the prize.
Reclamar.
Olgierd of the Dyers has stolen one of my oak leaves.
What business is it of mine if you lose your leaves?
But that's not fair. They outnumbered me.
Well, let that be a lesson to you.
I don't need any lessons. I'll get it back somehow.
Prêmio.
What's the prize for the victor again?
The victor will be honored by the king himself.
What exactly does that mean?
You have no business participating in the challenge if you can't appreciate that. Unworthy peasant.
I'll be back.
Guarda do castelo.
Trogo once caught me in the castle pantry. I still wonder what his business was in there.
Why are you loitering here, birdcatcher? You have no business in the castle.
I see that the town's pennant isn't hoisted today.
Don't touch that.
Templo de Travia.
The temple of the kind-hearted goddess, yet not even there am I welcome. I'm too occupied with other things right now, so I don't really want to pray.
Da bolota.
Help yourself and Fex will be with you. Too bad I can't curse
Por que
animals.
enfeitiçar os animais? É pra dar a bolota.
Those pigs are being fed enough.
Well, Geron?
I want to swap my prize once again.
Of course. What is it you want?
Give me the plum spirit.
Here you go. If you'd rather have something else, you can come and exchange it later.
Old Cephal's plum spirit. I don't want any more trouble with him. If he were corruptible, I'm sure this would be the right thing to bribe him with.
Então vai corrompê-lo com dinheiro.
I don't want any more trouble with him. Gwynling would not approve. I could really use some sleep. Not like this.
Primeiro de tudo, eu tenho que conseguir a folha de estanho, examinando o uniforme que eu peguei no varal. Este.
Hey, there is indeed one of Olgierd's brass oak leaves. Let's see what the windbag has to say about that.
Agora eu troco a folha de estanho pela folha de cobre que para ele não serve. Olgierd, seu canastrão.
At least my hex can put the fear of the gods into these blockheads every now and again.
Como melhor manter
I'd better keep him hidden.
Que era para entregar para ele.
Is there anything you want?
Folha de Olgierd.
Look, Olgierd, an oak leaf of pure brass. It just fell in front of my feet.
That must be the one from the castle guard. Where did you...
Trocar a folha.
Why don't we just swap? oak leaf for oak leaf.
So that you can win? No way.
If we don't, neither of us will win. There are other participants in the challenge, as you know.
All right then. How many oak leaves do you have already?
As many as you have.
I see. All right, Birdcatcher. This is your lucky day. We'll swap. But be warned, Geron. If you win the challenge, Ulfried will beat you to a pulp.
Well, you better get some rest then.
Eles disseram que alguém gosta de amêndoa, mas não de folha de cobre. Então, já que a Bá mandou embebedar os porcos, maltratar os bichos, eu vou dar o licor para eles aqui.
You liked that, didn't you?
Look at the Birdcatcher. Poor boy doesn't get enough food.
Yeah, that's fine. But here's the oak leaf. I've got all 4. I should hurry to the Chamberlain. And from the humorless...
Chamberlain, eu tenho todas as folhas aqui.
I've got all 4. I should hurry to the Chamberlain. You don't mess with the old fellow. I know. I've tried. I've got all 4 oak leaves.
What? You? Show them to me. Yes, indeed.
Now the dire bunch can see who were the fools all along.
Not so fast. There's one more task ahead of you.
But I've collected all 4 leaves.
Take this town pennant here and hoist it in front of the castle walls.
Oh my. Now that reeks of harassment.
It's meant to be a tribute to the town and your king. You are supposed to show your pride in being a subject of the King of Andergast.
Piece of cake. All I have to do now is hoist it. That has to go on the crossbar.
Me mandou colocar
Don't mess with that
bandeira e
thing,
agora
Birdcatcher.
tá dizendo que eu não posso.
The Birdcatcher has succeeded. That's not a good omen.
You have achieved victory in the Oak Leaf Challenge.
Who would have thought?
In order to receive your honors, you will be allowed to appear before your king today. But someone of your ilk will not be admitted into the presence of the king, just like that. So listen to me carefully.
Whatever you say, Master Chamberlain.
Royal Chamberlain.
My apologies.
First rule. You're only to talk if you are spoken to first. Do not ever interrupt the king. Or me, for that matter. And don't approach the throne closer than 7 paces.
Yes, sir.
You can count to 7, right?
7 is the number that comes after 6.
You will address the king as Your Royal Highness or Your Majesty.
Your Royal Highness. Got it?
Don't cause me any embarrassment. One slip and you'll have spent your final day in Andergast. All right, let's get this thing over with.
Newcastle, report.
The young Queen of Nostria will spend some memorable days here in Andergast, Your Majesty.
Have the guards been clothed properly from the armory? And has the messenger with a welcome note finally been sent?
Not only that, my liege. The finest pastries have arrived from Albernian shores. They taste delicious. And we finally managed to cast the role of the rogue Morgul for the soiree. Old Buckledorn will play the part.
An interesting choice. He shall not frighten the Queen too much, though.
As you wish, my liege.
Who is that young lad over there? Is he a carney, too?
Your Majesty, a victor has been named in the minor challenge of the Oakleaf for the common folk. It is young Garon from the Tannerhood.
Formal, orgulhosa ou normal?
Hail to the gods.
It's Your Majesty, my boy.
Pardon me, Your Majesty.
The youngster is the stepchild of Ranger Gwynling.
Is that so?
Eu vou confirmar, negar ou inseguro. Vou confirmar.
It's true, Your Majesty.
Old Gwynling. Without him, we'd probably still be fearing the seer to this day.
Your Majesty, don't forget that...
He paid his dues. Be that as it may. I hereby proclaim you winner of the Oakleaf Challenge, Garon.
Thus spoken and sealed in the 1,889th year of independence.
May you make Andergast proud, my boy.
You may thank the king and rise now.
I thank you for this honor, Your Majesty.
Your audience is over now.
Wait. Say, didn't you learn the trade of the hunt from Gwynling, Garon?
Alardear.
Of course. I put the fear of the gods in wolves and bears.
Well, we don't have too much of a problem with those in this castle. Say, Sir Newcastle, have the attempts to rid the royal guest chambers of those nasty crows been successful yet?
Your Majesty, we're doing all we can.
But?
They're proving themselves quite obstinate, my liege. Nasty little buggers indeed, those crows.
I've been hearing that for days now.
The servants are doing the best they can.
Not good enough, it seems. It would constitute an insult to the Queen of Nostria. Garon, do you think you can deal with crows?
They're just birds like every other kind. You bait them, scoop them, grab hold of them.
Well, that's good news. I hereby charge you with the mission of ridding the royal guest chamber of all crows.
But, Your Majesty...
The whole court is terribly busy, Newcastle. I'm sure you can use a helping hand.
Of course, my liege. I'm just saying... Well, you know what people say about him.
I'm not inclined to bother with the superstitions of the plebs. It is concluded. Take the man-child to the ravaged chambers at once.
Very well, my liege.
Fulfill your charge well, Garon, and we'll meet again. The fate of Andergast lies in your hands.
I will not disappoint you, my king.
You have brought me some serious trouble already, young man. I hope you won't cause us any more bad luck.
I'll do my best.
The crows have been at it in here since yesterday. You can see for yourself what damage they've done. In just a few days, the Queen of Nostria will arrive. These are the only appropriate chambers for a guest of that importance.
This must have been a nice room once.
Spare your cheeky comments. You'd better start catching those crows. And I said catch, not kill. King Aphadan's wife doesn't want any bad omens, you hear?
Got it. I'll think of something.
And don't let your fingers get sticky.
Então é isso. Hoje vamos ficando por aqui. O Exol Biribó, agradecendo a presença, o apoio, as dicas, a torcida, desejando boa noite, até amanhã. Por enquanto eu fui.